For the first time in my life, I'm not filming in complete darkness. We're upgrading! Descendants 3 dropped the ball a little. But before we get into Descendants 3, to commemorate the final time I will be covering Descendants, I prepared a gift. It's a look. Get into it. I feel like I look at the bitch from Lazy Town. Oh my god. We are number one. Hey! Descendants 3 felt like a desperate attempt to make something as iconic as the first two, but it truly just flopped. It left us confused, lost, scared, maybe a little bit horny. But this movie follows the VKs as they introduce new VKs into Ordon, yes, and you can't do that without practically saying the whole premise of the movie into a song. The movie is good because it's bad. The songs are good because they're bad. Actually, they're kind of actually good. The plot is good because it's bad, and there's literally several plot holes that genuinely make me want to shoot myself. And the characters, they still serve. And if you want a comparison, they serve as much as this bulb. Starting the movie off, the main four get to pick which 4 villain kids get to go to Auradon, and Evie decides on Lady Tremaine's granddaughter Dizzy, played by Exo Kitty's Anna Cathcart, or as I like to know her, the girl from Odd Squad AO, which was such a developmental part of my heart, mind, and soul, my HMS, not health, movement, science. And I think one day I might cover Exo Kitty, just because I feel like this movie and that series have the same vibe as it's so bad that it's good. Carlos and Jay choose Smee's twin sons, Squirmy and Screamy, Squeaky and Squirmy, and Mal chooses the best Disney villain of all time, Dr. Facilia's daughter, Celia. And next week, they are all going to Hollywood. Oh, shit, sorry. Following the events of the last movie, Mal is on the lookout for Uma, and I'm so sorry, but this dark purple hair, it's not doing wonders for her love. In fact, in 2016, she confidently tweeted, "I should just quit my life and dye my hair purple because it looks so much more natural on me than blonde." Now, Dove, I remind you how absolutely fab you looked with the blonde hair. Bring back 2016 photos. Mal and Ben come out to do some speech, but whatever it was is not nearly as important anymore because... What you done, you got me down on my knees. Mind you, Ben shaded the fuck out of Audrey, saying he met the love of his life while she's standing right there. They were literally together when he stated this. Speaking of Audrey, this bitch is bitter.
You'd really rather have a VK on the throne than me?
Like capital B with an exclamation mark bitter. But if my ex proposed to his new bitch in front of me, I'm gonna scrap it. I'm so sorry, but suddenly I'm a black belt in karate. The VKs go to pick up the new VKs, and Celia gets a Hatsune Miku note from Ben so she can go to the Hatsune Miku arcade and play Hatsune Miku slots to get a Hatsune Miku jackpot.
Excuse me?
Right. And as they're leaving, Sonic the Hedgehog fists the barrier. Sorry, it's Hades. Thank you, Evie. Ben, Carlos, and Jay get cleared. So Mal turns into a dragon and clears him with her bad breath, sending him backwards not once, not twice, but 3 whole times. That breath must have been fucking hot. Jesus Christ. We're good. Now, I need you all to brace. If you're watching this in the car, buckle up. If you're watching this in bed, get an extra blanket, maybe a pillow. Because for the past 2 videos, I've talked about Gotch life being reshaped. This is Descendants X Gotch Life magnum opus. The timestamp literally ends on 2016. I'm so sorry for bashing you in the first movie because you're kind of just giving me life in this moment. I have 2 antennas sticking out the side. I'm getting reception. Hold on, coming in. Audrey shaped a whole culture. See, because this is my real hair.
Oh, okay.
Bundles. A new hairdo. Oh! During this historical performance, though, we do see her steal Evil Queen's crown and Maleficent's staff. So she's dead ass serious about gagging Mal.
You will be dealt with.
Between talking, I keep touching my hair, and it's actually like every cut you see, if my hair is different, I want you to count it and put it in the comments. Or you can just comment on how fab my hair is. I did fix myself up. Thank you very much. Wait, I kind of give Ulala. Don't know that bitch? Space Channel 5? I only know her because I played that one Sonic racing game, and she was on there. I would always pick her. She was so fab. After Sonic the Hedgehog, Hades' stunt, and Audrey stealing the crown and the scepter, Mal, who just clocked into being queen, Wait, actually, they're not even wed yet. How the fuck is she making decisions? She says that the best thing for Ordon at the moment is to restrict entry and exit, like full-blown lockdown, which raises one question. Did Mal predict COVID and Zendaya's hat theory? I feel like she knows more than she's letting on to. Mal goes to debrief at Evie's place and oh, it's so fierce over there. She wanted to go to fashion school. And she did. And she's successful. Yes. Me and gang went over the function office cake. Mal's heading out, and by looking at her outfit, I can safely assure you that she's going to a gay club. But then Queen of Mean Audrey shows up and turns Mal into a fucking babushka. Just for shits and gigs. Just for little shitlets and giggles. Now anytime she rocks up anywhere, it's like, why is there a 48-year-old woman here? And don't get it twisted, apparently this spell can't be reversed. And most people know how I feel about old people, so Mal, I'm gonna need you to take a few steps back, just for my safety. Okay, this one singular strand is trying to invade my mouth, but it's kind of... Okay, I was about to say it's kind of serving, but you're getting redacted to the back. Well, it actually can be reversed by Hades Ember, so I guess the writer's room just wanted any kind of dialogue to fill this scene, or just any kind of stakes whatsoever. Celia reveals that she is Sonic the Hedgehog's... Hades. She is Hades' errand rat, and we get this gem of dialogue.
How bad is it? You age beautifully.
Although the Ordon lobotomization hit Evie the hardest, she'll never stop politely gagging. Something I do love about post-lobotomy Evie, especially in this movie, is that she really grounds everyone. And as much as she acts dumb and ditzy in this movie, she is still quite smart. Fun fact, Sophia Carson, actor of Evie, co-starred with Sabrina Carpenter, yes, that is that me espresso, in The Adventures of Babysitting, not the 1987 one, the 2016 one. And I've never watched it, but there's something about this cover that is such a serve. The kid in pink giving Dolores Umbridge realness. And maybe, oh, is that a hint of Veruca Salt? Mal, you are looking fucking crazy. I need you to put those goggles on. Bitch, she looks like the granny from Hoodwinked. Mal venturing to Walmart to buy Google Play cards circa 2019 colorized. Queen of Mean Audrey crashes Fuck Us Jane's birthday and Mina from sings it up, sending everyone to sleep.
Happy birthday
Go to sleep if you think I'm funny. Jane's actually smart and goes into the Enchanted Lake to avoid Audrey's pink farts and succeeds in doing so. Like, good job, babes. You actually did something. And you know, it really does pay me to admit this, like, physically hurts. Like, I feel a pit in my chest right now. But Jane is, like, the MVP right now. She's warning Ben and she's about to call me. Like, she's really just doing it all. The remaining gang make to the aisle and Mal is no longer Granny Pockets. Celia, thank you for always saying what I'm about to. They arrive at Dr. Facilia's Voodoo Arcade to get the keys, and I have two notes. One, I need to get high here. This just seems like the place to get high. Number two, this entrance initially reminded me of the entrance to Spooky Island from Scooby-Doo. And actually, the year prior to my debut as Fairy Godmother, I was actually Femme Shaggy. Yes, I did drink the potion and magically transitioned, and yes, if you're wondering, I will be taking autographs. Uma's gang steal their bikes, so Carl's Jane and Evie go after them, whilst Mal stays behind with Celia. Moving forward and via Mineshaft bike, Celia and Mal near Hades' man cave, and...
Hi, Dad.
Oh! So Mal is AO3 love child level Mepo baby. Like, Maleficent and Hades? Bitch, you sound like someone's self-insert. And she has daddy issues. And they're explicitly mentioned. I praise you too much, bitch. You're not AO3, you're Wattpad. You swan he frog. If this movie isn't feeling tense enough, the writers tried to by saying that water can put out the ember, but it really just pissed me off even more because, like, what the fuck do you mean a literal god's ember can be put out by toilet water? Don't piss me off. Audrey barges in on Ben, saying your flop era is low-key serving, and doesn't even give him a chance to speak before violently stepping on his neck.
Someone put a spell on you? Tell me who and
You what? Marry them?
And then proceeds to fucking kill him and turn everyone in Ordon to stone. Well, most people. But we very specifically get this scene of the fairy godmother for some reason. Turn into stone or stand somber. Me. How can we go to the Kia Asylum? Why do they never look behind them? Like, you'd think after Sonic almost got through that you'd be extra cautious, but no. And you'd think that Mouse specifically, because she has the Ember in her hand, but no. And Hades' Ember is gone. No way. Bitch, it's Uma.
That's my name.
And she has a proposition, because what is a queen without an ultimatum? She wants every villain kid in the aisle to have free entry and exit into Ordon. And obviously Amal can't do that. Well, never mind then, I stand corrected. I'm thoroughly convinced Dan Schneider had a part in directing this movie because why the fuck am I seeing pet play on my screen? I'm surprised I have not seen a single foot yet. The gang arrive at Ben's castle and Uma spots a bunch of claw marks on the floor and the walls, and all I can think of is fuck, the pet play even got to him, he's starting to act like a wolf now. He's transformed, he's evolved into a Therian. Audrey spells the night and begins what I like to call the best song of the movie. In many ways, I feel like Night Falls really gives Fight Song by Rachel Platten, who in some ways reminds me of Candy Gigi, if you know, you know. And musically speaking, Night Falls is kind of a masterpiece in the sense that I sat here trying to think of how it's genius, and thus came up with the thesis that it's the first time since It's Going Down that all of these characters sing together, and it kind of symbolically ties them together. Also a musical masterpiece because of this cringe lol cow legend of a line.
Suit of armor, strong and true. Make this metal bust a move.
And following this line, we get a performance masterpiece as every VK begins to take the pedestal and do the most fuck-ass dance I've ever seen, excluding Uma, of course. I feel like it doesn't really have significant bulbage right now. Like, I can't, like... Oh, never mind, it works. You know that video that... Come on, girl. It's like... Oh, I feel like I've breathed in several synthetic fibers to the point where I think I'm going to become an X-Men soon. The mothers featuring daughter lineup, aka Uma, Mal, Evie, and Celia, are at Audrey's bedroom, in which Uma finds a diary where Audrey writes, and I quote, "Mal is the nastiest skank bitch I've ever met. Do not trust her, she is a fugly slut." Oh wow, what colourful language. Now I just feel like Edna Mode with a colourful bulb. Permission to start a rumor? And you better say granted, don't piss me off. The mothers featuring daughter lineup arrive at Evie's where they discover the bodies of Squeaky, Squirmy, and Dizzy. JK Kimura, they're just sleeping. And so is Doug. And this pairing of Mal and Uma is so fucking fierce. I just know that the writers knew not to have them as friends for all three movies because the mother signals would have been way too strong to the point where it would send out a distress signal to a mothership and it would have came down because they were mothering way too hard. Uma suggests that Evie wake him up with True Love's kiss, and as she's about to, one kiss. The visible frustration increasing every time this lady does not kiss Doug. You swan, he motherfucking frog! It would be a nationwide travesty if he doesn't love you. The boys know Homelander find Ben looking absolutely fucking crazy. Speaking of crazy, could you believe that BTS member Jin went to the same high school as the actor Ben? Now imagine you're a random that went to their school. Like, yeah, I went to school with Ben from Descendants and Jin from BTS. Smooth like RIDRCULOUS. It was getting dark, so I brought the lamp back. Out of nowhere, while trying to calm Ben down, fuck-ass Jane shows up being very anti-Mary Sue and sprays Ben with green screen blue sparkle water, and holy fucking shit, Jane might become my favorite character for this reason alone. This image is not AI generated. These bitches got so sick of me starting rumors, they're just starting it themselves. No wonder Kenny Ortega is the director. He made everyone in this movie a part of the Frankie Grande Appreciation Club. In fact, Kenny Ortega is so queer. In an interview with Variety, he was asked, "Do you think there's a queer aesthetic that runs through all your movies?" And his answer was "Slay the house down, Gaga boots purr." Okay, but seriously, he answered, "Yeah, for sure, I do, because that's who I am. I put a lot of who I am into my work." And that explains why in the second and third movie, I'm seeing all these LGBTQIA, he, she, we, they, them, non-binary, vegan, vegetarians all over my screen. Moving forward, Uma and Mal are catching up and eating my favorite food, Mad Invite, when Audrey decides she wants a never-ending midnight flop and boards up the castle. Because Mal doesn't want to run the electricity bill and wait till Ben's scrumptious ass gets here, she tries to cast a spell and fails. Oh, your name is Mal? Your name is Mal? More like flop. More like flop. Uma's tentacle necklace lights up because it can see that friendship is magic and gathers every pony, thus freeing the boards. The amount of cuts of her screaming into the wand I've had to cut out, I think my ears have started to bleed. Wait. Yeah. It was on the hair. It's stained in the hair. You know what I also feel bleeding? My eyes. Because Carlos decides he wants to give Jane a Jarlos necklace. Fucking Jarlos. Oh my god, bruh. For the first time in my 18 years of living, I actually feel bad for fuck-ass Jane. The gang makes it to Sleeping Beauty's cottage thing. Ben finds Chad in the closet. The joke just writes itself. Kenny Ortega, you are a blessing to the gay community. Fuck-ass Jane, Doug, and Gil find the fairy godmother in stone, and the only reason I'm noting this down is because Jane decides to talk to her.
But it's been a really crazy day.
Ben wants to know how this group got together, very much uni friend group vibes.
Someday, you're gonna have to tell me how you guys all got teamed up.
And Evie says it's because Mal promised to let all the kids off the aisle, which we know to be wrong, and shit's gonna hit the ceiling.
I have to tell you guys something. I lied to you.
But the whole reason she wanted to close the barrier was because of Hades, who, mind you, we now know is her dad. So couldn't she just talk him out of it? Or like sing him out of it? They had a whole fucking song discussing her daddy issues, but they can't sing about fucking off from the barrier. And another reason for the closing was Uma, who, mind you, you're cool with now. Bring back New Jeans. Celia reads Mal for filth because reading is what? Fundamental.
I actually thought you were brave. You're nothing but a chicken. She was gonna tell me I was never gonna see my dad again.
But still, oh my god, let her breathe? But I guess Celia heard me and said, you know what? I'm gonna make history. And that's what this is. And she throws Hades' Ember into a bird bath. Everyone is leaving this bitch, and by everyone, I mean just Uma, because she's everything. These hoes don't be mad at Mal, these hoes mad at Mal's law. Right. But the gang is also mentally checking out because of Audrey's spells. And like any normal person would do, she starts singing.
Once upon a time, peace was me.
Directly after this, like directly, no waltzing, no hand movement, not even a breath after the song, Celia screams out, followed by, obviously, the Queen of Mean. Mal standing on business turns into a dragon because now Disney has more bag, they can afford that CGI. After several Palutena neutral specials, Harry and Uma show up and try to help because I guess they're just not mad anymore. And her Disney movie magic necklace starts glowing, reigniting the ember as she proceeds to almost kill Audrey. And I'm not even joking this time. I'm not in the sandbox, like I'm being serious. This lady is slipping away. To stop... Okay, whatever, bitch, I don't care. To stop Audrey from literally dying, like, yes, that's the final act, Mal wants to bring in Hades as she states, he might do it for me, he's my father. So if he might resurrect someone from the dead, you'd think that you could keep him off of Ordon. Whatever. Oh my god, I don't care. I don't even care. After an in-movie day, Hades arrives and picks Mercy, thus any kind of support. I like KYK. You know what's about to happen. Going from left to right, I wrote notes. Jane. I've already given that bitch way too much credit in this movie. She's not getting any more. Carlos looks like he's a part of the Wild West, and I don't know if it's because of the belt buckle or the Tanago looking pattern, but he still looks good.
So after several MTBs, I concluded that a whole entire 7 minutes of footage is just gone off of everywhere. So yeah.
And Jay cleared everyone and happily ever after. So unfortunately, that's how Descendants 3 dropped the ball. I can't watch Descendants 3 cause I know what I like. All I need is to get the fuck away from Descendants.